right, for real though, this is more comical than anything else. We're trying to walk through a soybean field, Wild Game Changers 2.0s, planted in late May, and these beans are going absolutely nuts. It's super thick. I'm going to show you guys here in a second. I'm 5'8", almost 5'9", but these beans are way, way, way tall, coming up to my chest, higher in some areas as we'll get out here, but it is so thick and all these beans are vining in together. It's honestly tough to walk through here, but forage level is absolutely incredible. You're starting to see blooms on these plants. There's starting to be a good hum of activity out here as well, but the amount of pods that are going to be out here, the amount of forage during the summer is absolutely incredible. This is just nuts. I'm going to try to make my way to the center of this field where I'll show you a redneck gilly blind and give you another size reference of just what these beans are doing. But for instance, here's an example of how thick they're growing, how well they've done in this field this year. Like, these are incredibly tall. This is unreal. This is, again, the Wild Game Changer soybeans 2.0s from Stratton Seed. It is August 2nd here in Missouri. We've had a great growing season, obviously here, but this is nuts. This is new level bean right here. Yes, there's browse pressure here. We've had deer been feeding in here. Chad's gonna go check camera right now. Some of the pictures you guys have seen of bucks have been from this field. So it's not like we don't have deer. It's not like it's out in the middle of this giant field. You can see timber back behind me, semi-secluded. And there's been browse pressure here. Overall field size, it's probably two acres total, but the amount of tonnage is mind-blowing right here. So here's the blind. That's the same height across the entire field. I'm going to make my way back the same way I came because that's the easiest path right now. Like, just look at this vining. Look at all the blooms as well. There's absolutely no telling how many bean pods are going to be on here, how much taller this is going to get. Just absolutely crazy. Nothing special planted, recommended rate, drilled in just after germination, cotyledon stage, two-leaf stage. We actually had a flood of this field. Water level rose quick, can't even walk through here, dropped real quick, and this field was totally underwater. Now, you would have no idea based on the success of this incredible soybean field. We had some invasives in here that we wanted to eliminate. We've done that through an additional herbicide application on this field in particular, but holy cow. Good luck here. And right here. There's browse pressure, but you just don't feel it in here because there's so much forage. Absolutely incredible. Guys, if you haven't tried this stuff out, give it a whirl. Man, kind of speaks for itself. I don't really need to say anything else. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for following along. We'll see ya, hopefully in that blind late December with a bow in hand. All right, welcome to the crazy Wild Game Changer 2.0 bean plot. This plot was planted in late May. It was a monoculture of soybeans. We had some species that we wanted to get out, like Johnson grass, and so we did a monoculture, basically done an application of herbicide, not seeing the Johnson grass or any of the other noxious weeds that we wanted to eradicate in this plot. What we're seeing is an incredible response from the soybeans themselves. I am 5'8", and this is how tall they are. This is a little bit taller across the, in comparison across the whole field, but still the amount of forage that is in this whole entire plot, what is this, 2 acres? and there's just an almost seemingly unlimited amount supply of forage. These are incredible pod producers. On the south end of the plot, we're starting to see a lot of blooms come on. North end, not quite yet, but if they're anything like the south end, there's going to be bean pods absolutely everywhere. These beans are going to be loaded, so an incredible amount of forage throughout the growing season, and then we're looking into the fall already and have high hopes for what they're going to do for us, and forage, quantity of forage that they're going to offer. So incredible response, incredible bean. Yes, there are deer here, they're foraging it, there's browse pressure across the plot, but it's just been such a great growing season and such a great variety of bean that they have not been able to keep up with, even in this size plot. It's incredible. I'm super excited to see what this fall brings for this, but right now, couldn't be happier with the success that we're seeing here. Another important thing to note is none of this was hot fenced or sectioned off. This has been open, available for grazing, foraging the entire year since planting, since germination. You know, if you're going to plant a crop that's got such incredible forage quantities from the summer all the way through the winter, why not have it available? And so that's what we did here. Again, this is just an incredible response. Here's a little bit of browse pressure. You know, right here, it's throughout the plot. Let's see if I can get all these beans out of the way. You know, we're seeing it throughout the entire food plot, but it's just, again, so much leaf material that, and growing just rapidly and wildly, that it's tough to tell that it's been browsed on. So incredible plant.